The first thing I would do these days is make sure that I had a great digital presence. I would start, get a good website done to promote what I do. And then I would also make sure I have a good inbound marketing plan in place using social media, email marketing, those kinds of things to really kind of ramp up awareness for whatever it is I'm selling. I'm Laurie McCabe, and I'm one of the two co-founders of SMB Group. And I've been in the IT industry over 25 years now, dating myself. And I've been an IT industry analyst, which is somebody that kind of looks at the trends and customer adoption and what's going on overall in the technology market. And about 10 years ago, my business partner and I co-founded SMB Group because we wanted to focus specifically on how small and medium businesses use technology in the business. Obviously, small and medium businesses are a lot different than large businesses when it comes to resources and staff and things like that. Myself and my partner Sanjeev were working for another research analyst company in the technology sector. And in the 2008 recession, we got laid off. So we freelanced for a little bit, both of us. And then we looked at each other and said, nobody's really hiring right now. We really think there's a gap in the market, that we need to have something, a research and analyst firm that's focused exclusively on small and medium businesses. So we decided to give it a shot. So I would say really I'm an accidental entrepreneur. I'd always worked for companies, large and small, prior to starting SMB Group. But we just kind of, we were kind of both needed to find something to do, and we realized there was a gap in the market, and we decided to go ahead and try to fill it. We do a lot of research focused on how small and medium businesses use technology in their business, and also what the obstacles are for them. And we work with vendors, technology vendors, so it could be anyone from Dell to Zoho on our client list, to help them kind of better understand what's going on in the market, what customers need, and help them to serve those customers better. We also publish a lot of free information out to small and medium businesses on our website. Most of our stuff, except for custom consulting and analysis and things like that, we offer out for free. So if you're a small or medium business and you want to try to, let's say, benchmark yourself a little or better understand some of the trends, you can go on there and get a lot of that information right off of our website at no cost. So I think the biggest challenge is just getting your first couple of clients. And, in our case, we were fortunate in that a couple of the clients that we'd had when we worked for our previous company, we had formed good relationships with them. So I would say, that when you're starting a business, you want to definitely look to people that you already have good existing relationships with, not only as clients, but for instance, some of the people that we contract with to do copy editing, design, all kinds of things. These are all people we used to work with, because nobody just wants to hear about you all the time. But use social media to help inform people and share information that's valuable, that's related to your business. And that'll help you kind of grow your brand as having expertise in that area. It's great because you have the ability as an entrepreneur to really shape something from the get-go. And I think when you work for a company, a lot of times, you're kind of handed responsibility in a certain area. You can shape it to a certain degree, but there are a lot of constructs around that. And so as an entrepreneur, you get to say, this is what I want this business to look like, which is fabulous. The other cool thing we've learned over 10 years is that when you want to change something, either because of COVID or because just you see things are differing in the market or whatever, you can change things much more quickly. Fighting a bureaucracy in a big or even a medium or small company can be really hard. But when it's your business, you have a lot more capability to reshape them as you need, when you need. I think the fear is that, people, for whatever reason, may not want to do business with you in the future. That's a fear. Now, fortunately, we've done pretty well. We've done pretty well with retention with our clients. But, it's something that maybe it's a good fear, because I think, of course, you always want to get new business too. That's a fact. But keeping an eye on your current customers and really making sure they're happy and you're giving them something of value. I would say beating the odds, right? I mean, a lot of businesses go out of business in the first 5 years. So we've been able to, sustain our business and grow our business and start in a downturn, the recession, as well as now survive through this current downturn. So I would say, to me, that's our biggest accomplishment, creating a sustainable business over the last 10 years. First of all, pick something that you're really interested in doing, right? Because your passion for whatever it is will definitely help you to stand out and differentiate. There's a lot of people doing things and they're just kind of going through the motions. So pick something you really are interested in. And then the second thing, and this is maybe especially for women, really don't doubt yourself, have that self-confidence, and even if you don't have it, fake it till you make it, because probably the men are all acting extremely confident, and in a lot of cases, you as a woman have just as much or more to bring to the table. I think the biggest mistakes probably that we've made have to do with sitting back sometimes. In other words, not seizing the moment. I can tell you is, every time we've done something like in this case, really like in March, we launched this whole big research effort about SMBs and COVID-19. And we really did it with very little deliberation. We just said, hey, we know this is important and somebody's going to do it. And we did it, and we were like the first ones that did it, and it really paid off. I mean, there could be many things, from family to finances to whatever. So I don't think there's one size fits all advice. But I would say, look to people you trust, to advisors. They may be business advisors. They may be friends and family and colleagues. And just start poking around, I guess, on this idea, on what it would take to bring it to fruition, and try to put a construct around it that you're bringing in more information, so that sometimes when you have more information, you become less fearful. I think jumping into the unknown is very, very hard for most people. But if you can bring in different things into the equation, that would help you get a better picture of what this business would take to launch. The first thing I would do these days is make sure that I had a great digital presence. I would start, get a good website done to promote what I do. And then I would also make sure I have a good inbound marketing plan in place using social media, email marketing, those kinds of things to really kind of ramp up awareness for whatever it is I'm selling. So I think that's the first thing. You've got something, it's not really a full-time thing. You want to make it full-time. You need to have that digital foundation these days to do that, I think, successfully. I think it's very important. It used to be you walked into a business and that receptionist, way back in the day, that was the first view of the business. Now the first view of the business in most instances is digital. So I definitely feel that having a really good, polished, professional website, along with all the outreach, because it's great to have a great website, but you need to have the outbound kind of communications that'll bring people back inbound to that great website. So I think all those things go hand in hand, and that marketing component should be really strong. That will help you really set yourself up to get those clients in the door. You still got to close the business, but at least you'll get them to the front door. Thank you, viewers, for watching Founder X by Designhill. You can find me at lauriemccabe.com. That's my blog. Also on LinkedIn, you can just look me up, and the SMB Group website, which is www.smb-gr.com.